So we're leaving The Kid Detective, playing in limited theaters. A rare recorded from our truck. We happen to be doing some moving of furniture for our sons. So we have the truck. So the video's a little different. The video's a little different, and then so the movie about a kid detective essentially, and then he grows up. Now we see him an adult. I kind of wondered about it. I'm like, how is this rated R? I mean, and then of course it's the subject matter of the mystery he is to solve when a girl comes to him and wants to figure out who killed her boyfriend when he's an adult. And that's the basic gist of the plot as he tries to go through and reclaim the glory of when he was that amazing detective as a kid. Now he's an adult and he never really has any serious what was your take on that? Because I thought it was pretty awful.
It was okay. It wasn't the worst we've seen. It was just okay.
I thought it was pretty awful. Very slow. I mean, somewhat redeemed by the ending. There was a pretty decent mystery that, got solved in the end. I didn't really expect, I don't know, did you, without spoiling it, did you really expect it was what it was?
No, the ending was a surprise.
So it unwound to a pretty decent mystery at the end. But my God, it took a while to get there. And it was pretty dry to get there, in my opinion. I don't know if you felt the same way, because I felt it was real dry to get to the end.
It wasn't horrible.
I didn't say it was horrible. I just said it was dry to get to the end.
It wasn't that bad.
You liked it, kind of?
Not as good as the last movie.
I mean, when we think of the last mystery we really saw was Knives Out. I mean, these two movies aren't even remotely.
Knives Out was good.
Yeah, remotely in the same league. For me, it was just bad. I mean, if you got to keep me engaged enough. I like a good mystery, and the mystery itself was pretty good, but it was just how it was told. It was just plotting and just just real dry. It just didn't. I was falling asleep, kind of going in and out of sleep. But like I said, when the ending came out, and then when I saw what it was, then it was better once I realized that. It kind of made up for it a little bit once we got to what the resolution of it was. But of course, every mystery, that's the strongest point when you figure out and you go, oh, I should have figured that out. And it definitely had that kind of moment in the end. But boy, I didn't care much for it to get to that point. I liked the beginning. I liked where I thought it was going to be going, and then it just fell flat to me until the end. And then the end. The end was good. So that's my take on it. So how many stars out of 5 stars? What are you giving this thing? The Kid Detective.
I'm gonna go 2.5.
2.5, okay for Kara. I cannot go nearly that high. As she said, it wasn't the worst movie we've seen. The Last Shift was terrible. It wasn't unwatchable. I'd say it was a little better than bad, or a little better than terrible, which makes it bad. 1.5 stars for me. Kara gives it 2.5 stars. Your movie reviews by us.com. That is The Kid Detective in limited theaters. Maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't in a theater. Certainly not recommended by either of us. Not high enough to the 3-star threshold. But close for her, not very close for me. Kid Detective, maybe catch it when it comes out on streaming if you really like mysteries. But boy, you got to get through the plotting middle section to get there. Thanks for watching.